Well, good morning from a fairly overcast Bikinibu. We were over in North Tarawa yesterday. It got a little bit squally, a little bit windy from the wrong direction, so we've sought some shelter back on the mainland. And it's Tuesday, so apparently there is a market. We're going to go and check it out.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon to be notified of future episodes.
It was only a short dinghy ride to the beach where we got some help bringing Dave ashore.
Ange and Ma are friends from Uno Mas on a very early and very cloudy morning, may I say.
Yeah, okay, the sun's coming out. Ange and Mark had been told of a nearby Taiwanese veggie garden, which normally provided fresh vegetables to the local schools and hospitals. Given that it was the school holidays, they had surplus stock and were selling directly to the public. We were told to be there for 9 AM. This turned out to be a tad optimistic, as they were still getting organised. So we picked up a numbered ticket and settled in for a bit of a chat while we waited. The ticketing system is used to stop people, restaurants or shops, coming in and buying all the stock. For a third of the price we were paying in the shops, we got some of the freshest produce we have seen in a long time.
Super fresh.
Yeah. Thanks for coming.
With full provisions and a favourable weather window for the Marshall Islands, we moved DT 6 miles west and anchored off the Parliament buildings, then headed to Baidiki to start our checkout.
Dave is parked. Fortunately the tide is on its way in, so coming back shouldn't be an issue. And we're now on a mission to get down into Bairiki and clear out with immigration. We're cramming everybody in on the bus. That one's officially full.
Look at the next one.
Here we are back at immigration. And this time we are clearing out of the country. So once we've done this, we have to get to customs, which is down in Veso, which is another bus ride. And then hopefully we'll get all that done before close of business today. Fingers crossed.
Alright, there you go.
Thank you.
That's your copy.
Lovely.
Okay, now we go to customs.
Yeah, to customs. We give this to customs? Okay, lovely. Thank you for your help. Thank you. Double trouble. Just looking for a stapler.
There does seem to be an issue in these countries, doesn't it, that nobody ever has a stapler.
No, they have one that they share.
Yeah. But every time they come on the boat, they go, "Have you got a stapler?"
Yeah, they use our stapler and then we donate staples to them
Yeah.
as well. Great. Finished? Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed. Thanks a lot. Good to go.
So we're trying to get a bus back to Baidiki, but all of these buses are going to Veso, which is where we are. It's like a loop road, so they just keep doing the loop. We're in Veso, and all the buses are for Veso, so we're going nowhere fast at the moment.
I've got no idea what time it is, but the tide came in.
Probably gone 4, I think.
But we made it back to Dave and we're all cleared out. How about you? But I'm ready for a nice cold glass of juice.
Yeah.
Friday morning, I am looking super glamorous and we are off this morning. We are leaving Tarawa Lagoon and we are setting sail north to Majuro. We've got everything strapped down because basically it's going to be an upwind beat, and we don't like upwind generally, but we don't have much option because that's the trade winds in this part of the world. Good morning, my angel.
Hi.
Are we Well, we're both looking glamorous this morning.
Yep.
Are we more or less ready for the off, do you think?
I think so, yeah. We've done the route plan and we're just going to see what we get now.
Ready to go?
Yeah.
Let's do it. We are just exiting through the channel out of the lagoon in Tarawa and out into the open ocean and enjoying this one tiny little bit of downwind sailing that we're going to get on the entire journey.
So we're pottering along at 5 knots. Wind's fairly light, but we also are passing Abiang Island off to our starboard side, and that is giving us quite a bit of shelter from the swell. For now, this is pretty champagne sailing.
Time to take that Kiribati flag down, my angel.
Yeah. Served us well.
Good evening, it's 9:30 on Friday evening and I have to say it's a beautiful evening. I've got the engines off again now. We're doing about 5.5 knots. The swell is probably about 1.5 to 2 meters, but it's a big long rolling ocean swell. So even though we are going pretty much upwind, we're not slamming and banging around. There's a huge full moon, so it's like being out in daylight, just trucking along.
Just coming up 1:30 in the morning. The wind has fallen off fairly considerably. Not sure what speed it's doing because our wind speed indicator has just stopped working. One option is that we can stop off at Tarawa. We can go in there and see if we can do any repairs, but we haven't got a spare on board, and I'm not really sure how we're going to repair it, to be honest. It may be that we decide to press on and use the boat speed as an indicator of wind speed. If we're doing 6 to 7 knots, then we know that we're within the safety window of the reefing points. But that will all be discussed in our boat meeting when Joe is awake. Good morning of day 2. That is Tarawa. Well, it's also the sunrise. And Tarawa is 5 miles off our starboard side. Just gone 7 in the morning. It is a windless day today. Apparently there's a whole load of squalls ahead of us that looks like they've sucked all the air out of where we are. So we just have to wait and see. Not that we can see what the wind speed is because our wind speed indicator is still broken. We are gamely pressing on.
Welcome to my Saturday. Another squall. But at least it's picked the wind up a little bit, so we're now motor sailing rather than just motoring. We're coming through the convergence zone. So yes, we're getting a big roiling sea swell coming in. The swell's picked up, eh?
Yeah.
That's what we're surrounded by at the moment. We're this little blob here in the middle of all that orange.
Our wind instruments were still not working, even after turning everything on and off. We resigned ourselves to being without them for the rest of the trip, when suddenly they started to work again. A great result and a huge relief. Wow. Well, we just dropped the sail. Don't know what the gusts are at the moment. Big 35 knot squall. Just as we were making lunch too. You right?
Yeah. It's got 35 knots of wind just to the seas and it picks them up.
So it's official, that was our first big squall of the trip. Took us a little bit by surprise and lasted about 2 hours. On review of the predict wind files, actually it did show something, but the timing was a little bit off. There is a prediction that there might be something happening this evening as well, unless what we've just had was what's due this evening. So because the timing's off, we're not really sure. So we're keeping a close watch on the radar into the evening, and the sea state is still a little confused, but it is calming considerably.
Well, it's 5 o'clock in the morning, Sunday morning. It's a wee bit gnarly out here. We've had a couple of squalls sort of just dodged them actually, but they're picking up the seas. Swell was probably about 3.5 meters, and we are bashing upwind. We've got anywhere between 11 and 20 knots of wind. Again, speed-wise, we're getting anywhere between 5.5 and 7.5 knots. So we're making good time. It's just not the best point of sail. It's pretty uncomfortable, especially with the seas like this. Our lovely long rolling ocean swell has disappeared, and we've now been left with a short chop. We're expecting to be in probably around Monday lunchtime if we can keep up these sort of speeds. It's 7 AM and I've got a booby trying to land. I'll see if I can try and film. He's been flying round and round the boat for the past 15 minutes or so. I guess it's like trying to land on an aircraft carrier or something. He's got to get the right speed and make contact. Oh, there he is. Look, there we go. He's just landed. Bugger, I didn't film him, but I'll show you. There we go.
Day 3, and yeah, we've got a bit of a squally, cloudy thing happening over here, which is helping the wind a little. We're pretty much close hauled. We just don't like going upwind. That's our trouble.
Bird. You see him? Oh, he's on the wind again, trying to land. Here he is. Look, here he is at the back of the boat. You got him? Oh, come on, you can do it. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, it's windy. It's windy. Go on. You gonna land? No. Oh, another failed attempt.
It's our last night at sea. We're due into Majuro tomorrow afternoon, and it's quite pleasant out here actually. We've got a reef in the main, and the seas are relatively calm. We've calmed the boat down so that we can get some sleep, and the wind is finally starting to play ball and means that we aren't as close hauled as we were, so everything is a lot more relaxed, to be honest, but very much looking forward to getting in and exploring a new country for us, so yeah, should be good.
Good morning. Sun's just coming up, and I've got some dolphins with the boat, which is lovely. Not a bad way to start the day. Aren't you lovely? What a welcome.
It's coming up the west side of Majuro. That is the northern tip. Yeah, we're somewhat in the protection of the land at the moment, and then we've got to go around the top, and it should be a lively few hours before we get in to the lagoon. Home stretch, baby. This is the last hour heading to the reef entrance.
Yeah, we're going to be our second last waypoint in about 10:12 at this rate. And Carey is a guy who lives here on a boat. He's been here for years, and we emailed him and just said, was there anything to watch? Because hardly any boats come around this way because it's meant to be a pain in the ass. So we said just come wide, come across the northern point, and avoid all the washing machine, which we've done, and then we've basically done a 90-degree turn. So when we're sailing, we're on a port tack now. If the trade winds were honking at 25 knots, it might have been a bit messier out here, but given the horror messages that we had about, oh, don't go over the top, I think people hug the coastline when they come around the top, and that's where it all gets messy, because you've got current coming against wind, and we had some big swell coming up the the west side of the island, but once we've motored through that, which took us about, what, 2 hours?
Yep.
It is, as they say, plain sailing, and it's a beautiful day, so fingers crossed we'll get in without any dramas.
And we're now heading across the lagoon to the anchorage.
There it goes.
Well, we are here. We've got the dinghy in and we're going over to check in. So apparently they're waiting for us, so we're in a bit of a rush.
Approaching the dinghy dock. Wow. Look at the viz.
Pretty good.
So here we are, clearing customs and immigration.
Checking in the local cat. Oh,
Cheers.
here's to good check-in day.
The sun is setting as we come home. Been a long day.
Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and leave us a comment below. If you'd like to support our journey, please head over to our Ko-fi page and buy us a coffee. For real-time updates, please check our Facebook and Instagram pages.